somebody is going to be pushing on your boundaries and not respecting your boundaries, they don't respect you as a person. And when you start standing up for yourself and setting boundaries, you might get some backlash. You might, that's selfish. That's rude. You mean taking care of myself is fucking rude? No, self-care is not selfish. Self-care is fucking self-preservation. Okay.
Right. And not everyone, like you said, is going to like maybe what you have to say, but that's not your problem.
Welcome to Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt, the world's #1 no bullshit health and fitness podcast.
Are you ready to cut the crap with your diet and exercise, get strong as fuck, and build a healthy relationship with food? Then you've come to the right place.
Let's go. If you'd like to support us in the podcast, join our Patreon where you get exclusive content, which consists of monthly workouts you can do at home or at the gym, monthly challenges that are either strength, habit, or mindset based, and access to over 100 plus low-calorie, high-protein, family-friendly meals. These are all designed by a professional chef who is certified in nutrition. These recipes are already in MyFitnessPal for easy fucking tracking. New recipes are also added each week.
We believe that fitness is for everyone, so this is our way of getting you started on your health and fitness journey at a price most everyone can afford. So what the fuck are you waiting for? We'll see you in the Patreon.
What's up, Beth?
What's up, Matt?
Not much. Fucking enjoying this warm weather.
It's kind of nice out, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely fall. It's middle of November here, and it's going to be 60 degrees and sunny out today and the rest of the week. So I'm excited. I'm happy. Yeah. Like, give us all the sunshine while we have it, you know?
I know.
I know you've been feeling it, the little seasonal depression kind of trying to rear its ugly fucking head because we're dark at 5 o'clock now. So 5:30.
Yeah. Not cool. It's more that, like, I don't know what to do with myself at like 5 o'clock because when it's light out, I'll go outside, I'll go for a walk.
Yeah.
But it's fucking dark. It's not really walking safe. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
In your little town of Maine there?
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I just don't like walking in the fucking dark.
No, I get it.
On myself.
I mean, yeah, I shouldn't say that because even for women, like, you know, women need
there's fucking weirdos everywhere, Matt.
Bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I was with someone else, if I had someone else to go with me, I would totally go outside. I had no fucking problem doing that at night. But
yeah.
So then I'm like, I don't know. I need a nighttime hobby, I guess.
Nighttime hobby? Yeah. Meditate, baby.
For how long? 4 fucking hours?
4 fucking hours of meditation. You are going to be on top of your game.
Holy shit. I mean, there's a lot of things I can do, but I'd rather not work.
Yeah, for sure. I'm the same way though right now with it getting dark out. What can I do inside, right? Well, it's a good time of the year for me to start cleaning my house a little bit better. So keeping up with my chores and things like that. So that's part of what I'm doing just to keep myself busy and keep my NEAT higher. It's just,
that's a good idea.
You know, in the summertime, definitely the housework gets neglected. It's fall time. It's time to pick it back up. So there will be no drop off, at least in my movement there.
Yeah. I did get rid of 7 bags of clothing this weekend. So I did gut my closet out.
Cleaning out the closet. Was that M&M?
That was fun.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of, after you texted me and sent that to me the other day, I was like, you know what? I've got these bags of laundry just sitting in my bedroom up against the wall. So I got those out of the bedroom. My bedroom's nice and clean now. Took them up to the attic. Now I just need to go through all the other shit and seasonal clothes and things like that.
Yeah, it piles up. I feel like I do this every year for some reason.
I don't buy a lot of new clothes. I'm definitely not like into fashion like you are. So
I am.
Yeah. Fashion nerdle. How you been doing then? Generally speaking.
Much better. Yeah. Much better that I'm actually committing to taking time to myself every single day. I've been getting outside and walking. It's very hard. I had a really busy October, very busy. So it's, I'm finally getting out of that busy slump. I don't even know if you want to call it a slump. It was just back to back to back to back.
And plus you had a lot of shit happening.
Catch my breath. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I feel you. I was in an intentional like slump because I was intentionally slowing down there for a while, right? As I was kind of dealing with a lot of different stuff in my life. And now I'm trying to pick things back up and I'm just getting back into the groove and just being consistent with things.
Yeah.
In terms of like social media with the content and the business and things like that. And then, of course, with my own self-care, definitely has been really high priority for me, being more proactive with it, right? Like my daily meditation and stress relief and things like that. Even though if I don't feel like I need them, I still do them because those are skills that we can use in those stressful situations. And you don't know how to use those skills if you haven't been practicing that. So that's a lot of times what we're trying to get our clients and even people listening, like, practice this shit when you don't need it, because that way, when you do need it, the right tool to use in that situation.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned last week I was either had just gone running or I was getting ready to go on a run again. And I've been doing a couple more runs, ankles bouncing back nicely. So I'm going to start testing it out a bit more and pushing the limits there on running, do some longer runs. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
There's one thing I wanted to talk about too, is completely unrelated to running, but I went ice skating over the weekend.
Ah,
I just want to talk about ice skating and how much of like a quality movement that is. I hadn't been ice skating in probably a decade, since Riker was a toddler. And my friend that I was with, she didn't think I was going to be able to do it. She's like, "You're going to fall on your ass." I'm like, "Oh, no problem. I'm going to do it." She's like, "Well, I appreciate the confidence." Well, I did it. I got on and I was a little wobbly at first for sure. But after I got a couple of laps in me, got my bearings under me, I wasn't skating like a pro, but I was doing pretty well. But as I was doing it though, I was like, man, this is a really good combination of strength and our hand-eye coordination, balance, focus, and even cardio. So like that was a really great. I mean, because we were doing laps and I was sweating and after a few laps. It's like, damn, this is
totally. It strengthens those ankles too.
Yeah, definitely strengthens.
I mean,
so that was a good test for my ankle there too. And
if you're not hurting from that, then you're doing pretty good.
I feel great.
That's what I would say.
So this is that time of year. Like we got to think outside the box when it comes to movement, and that's just something else. We're talking about that daily movement is what's important here. And I really enjoyed it. So get outside and ice skate, everybody.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
'Tis the season.
So speaking of the season, we are coming up on holiday seasons. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every fucking year, right?
Every year, the same time. I feel like we talk about the same thing, but hey, it needs to be repeated.
Yeah.
It needs to be repeated.
It absolutely does.
I mean, I'm already seeing the shit in my Facebook groups. So
yeah, absolutely. So much guilt and shame around the holidays and eating and things like that.
Other coaches telling people that you need to start preparing for Thanksgiving by doing extra
cardio or cutting your calories.
And it's like, what are you fucking preparing for? You know, so we still have this toxic shit everywhere. It doesn't end. It never ends.
It never ends. So let's get into it with managing kind of the holidays and working through the holidays, right? So I guess where do we want to start with this? Because we've done this episode a couple of times now. I think the maybe how we kind of start is just understanding that the holidays are going to be there every year. Right. So the most important thing to keep in mind is if we're more proactive with this shit and we're consistent year round, the holidays really mean fucking nothing whatsoever in the grand scheme of things. If we're living this balanced, healthy lifestyle year round, you can let go a little bit on the holidays for sure.
Same goes for like vacations, birthdays, anniversaries. Okay. If you're building a lifestyle you can stick to, you're going to breeze through all of this shit. Holidays don't bother me because I know that it's just every year it happens and I'm prepared for it. I know when to say yes. I know when to say no. One of your posts today, Matt, like, no, thank you. No is start saying no.
For
no
sure.
Thanks.
So we want to start there, like
let's start with the food pushers and boundaries.
Food pushers, food police, and shit like that.
First off, you don't have to go to every Thanksgiving fucking dinner. You can say no. You got to remember you're the one in control. You can have boundaries. All right, it's your life.
No is a powerful word, and you've been talking about that a lot in your content and our podcast as well. Say no. You don't have to go to your second, third cousin by marriage to their fucking family Thanksgiving. You don't need to do that if you don't want to.
No. Exactly. No. I'm going to keep saying no.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to fucking do that.
I think it's easier for me as I get older to say no. I was a huge people pleaser back in the day. You know what I mean? I really did things not for me and to make sure everyone else was fucking happy. And that's why it kept me drinking. So start saying no. It's pretty fucking awesome when you're like, you know what? And then I don't have any resentment. I actually do the things that I want to do. Sometimes we don't have that choice, honestly. I get that.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, for sure.
But the majority, we do.
Yep. So boundaries, guys. Boundaries are important for Aunt Karen, Cousin Joe Schmo, whoever it might be, family, friend, it doesn't matter. Setting and enforcing those boundaries, vitally important, crucially important. You mind if I kind of give the
get
ways
into
to
it.
start set boundaries that I put out in my post this
morning? Let's do it.
All right, and then we can kind of talk about those. So let's talk about setting boundaries. So like you just said, first and foremost, no is a complete sentence. No means no. Okay. We can practice it in the mirror if you have to. No. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, right? No thanks. You don't need to explain anything.
Like when a toddler just fucking say no.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. Toddlers don't explain themselves.
When the toddler says why, say because I said so. Say the same fucking thing to those people, okay? Say talk to your toddler like that.
Yeah, you don't owe them anything. You don't know them an explanation. Exactly. No means no. And people need to learn how to fucking respect that, period. That's with everything in life. God, jeez. All right. Number 2 here, plan your responses, right? So let's practice these speeches and these interactions ahead of time. Get in front of the mirror if you have to. Have your husband or wife or significant other practice being the asshole in the family that's going to be pushing, being the food police and things like that, right? So you have somebody pushing in your life. You can start with being polite and then just say something like, I appreciate it, but I'm good with what I have. I don't want another piece of pie. Or on the other end of that, Aunt Karen, you're getting another piece of pie. Like, yeah, I'm hungry. I don't get this food very often and I'm going to enjoy it. Really, that's really all it comes down to. So be polite with your responses and know what you're going to say ahead of time. That way you're not caught off guard.
Right.
Next up, we've got switch the focus. Okay. So if a conversation is drifting.
This one's funny.
Yeah, switch your focus. So switch your focus.
What you said to it. Oh. Can you read all that for us,
Okay,
Matt?
I'll read it verbatim here.
Okay.
Conversation drifting to food or your eating habits. Pivot, bitch. How about we talk about that time you shit on yourself on the family vacation, Joe? Okay, maybe don't say it like that, but you get the drift, right? So if they're talking about your body, the food that you're eating, okay, they're already being an asshole. So why don't we talk about the time you shit yourself on family vacation? Because that's pretty fucking funny.
Or that you were fucking pull-ups till you're 15 years old. Let's talk about that. Okay?
Yeah, you went to bed until you were 15.
You could just make up shit in your head.
Yeah, for sure. Dig deep. We'll be petty. We're not above being petty, are we?
No.
I will always recommend being kind first, leading with kindness. If that doesn't work, be a petty little bitch. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever it takes to pivot.
Yeah, pivot. Next up, okay. We're not rude for taking care of ourselves. All right. A lot of times we feel guilty for setting boundaries. And that's bullshit because people like to push on our boundaries. And we say this every time. If somebody is going to be pushing on your boundaries and not respecting your boundaries, they don't respect you as a person. And when you start standing up for yourself and setting boundaries, you might get some backlash. You might, that's selfish. That's rude. You mean taking care of myself is fucking rude? No, self-care is not selfish. Self-care is fucking self-preservation. Okay.
Right. And not everyone, like you said, is going to like maybe what you have to say, but that's not your problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's not your problem.
That is their problem. Okay.
Other people's emotions are not your problem. They're not your problem. We want to have empathy for sure. But how they respond to things is not your problem. Their triggers, their traumas, not your problem. We're adults here. And lastly, my last piece of advice here is it's okay to walk away. So if things get too much, if the conversations are getting too heated, if Aunt Carol or Cousin Joe just won't shut the fuck up, it's okay to excuse yourself, get a breath of fresh air. That never hurt anybody. So take a moment to pause, to stop, collect your thoughts, collect your breath, get in tune with your body, what's going on in your body and your mind. Worst comes to worst, be prepared to leave, right? Protect your peace. And I know you'll like this one here, Beth, because everybody will remember if you leave, everybody will remember that you left because Aunt Linda was being a twat waffle.
There you go.
Borrowed that one from you there, Nerdle.
I love it.
So setting boundaries isn't easy, but it's absolutely necessary.
Setting boundaries is fucking cool. Okay.
Fucking cool.
It's fucking cool. So be cool this year.
In your pants is cool. Consider me Miles Davis.
Yeah, no.
Do you know that reference?
No.
Oh God, Billy Madison.
Oh my God, that movie. I feel like I've been my husband.
For everybody listen, if you got the reference, please let me know because Billy Madison's like a classic.
Yes. Oh my God.
Do we want to add anything more to boundaries there? Because
I don't know. I can't think of anything yet. Maybe I will, but
maybe we'll come back to it.
Okay. So what else? Worrying about weight gain during the holidays?
Yeah, I think let's talk about that because that's the biggest issue, right?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Holidays aren't really a time you should be focusing on fat loss. Let's be real. Like, why would you want to do that to yourself? That sounds really stressful. I think it's a really good time to practice maintenance because maintenance is progress.
Maintenance is progress, especially during the holidays, because most people, I actually got this figure from Lane Norton on one of his posts in a paper that he cited, but 50 to 90% of all weight that us Americans gain happens in the 6-week period from Thanksgiving to the end of the year. So with that in mind, maybe we switch our focus from fat loss to just maintaining, and that'd be a lot easier there.
Yeah. Yep. Think about how many meals you have throughout the holiday season. Like you're always one meal away from being back to eating like you were. It's the ones that take the one meal and continue it into
the one meal, the leftovers,
then the drinking, and then the going out to eat, and then I went out
workouts
to eat,
because you're doing
skipping
those things.
Workouts. You're tired. Yeah, it's just then you're like, oh, I'm just gonna wait till after New Year's.
Snowball effect.
That's just ridiculous.
God, there's nothing that pisses me off more than somebody telling me they're gonna wait till the fucking New Year. No,
seriously?
You're not. No, you're not.
That's lame.
Yeah, you are not going to wait until the New Year. You're going to start maybe on New Year's and do it for a fucking week, and then something inconvenient is going to happen, and you're going to quit again.
That's not building a lifestyle you can stick to. Okay,
because all or nothing.
How's that going to get you anywhere? Next year, you're going to do the same fucking thing over and over and over again. So get your shit together. Okay,
right. We'll be making this shit out. I'm sure we'll be making a new episode here in a few weeks about fuck your New Year's resolutions, because that's what we've done the last couple of years.
Right. Focus on your basics. Focus on getting your protein, getting your fiber, getting your walks in, getting your movement. None of that stuff should be left off the table. That should always and forever be your focus, no matter if it's the fucking holidays or not. Vacation, whatever. Still, if you focus on those things, you're going to set yourself up for success. Because you're going to be satiated. You're going to get your movement in. It's just going to be all around a lot better for you.
For sure. My holiday season technically started, I guess, last week, actually.
I saw that. Were you somewhere with a turkey? I'm like, what the fuck is Matt? Like having a holiday? I don't know what's happening.
We had the smoked turkey. We had sweet potato casserole. We had fucking stuffing.
Where was this?
Smoked mac and cheese. My buddy, Andy, we did a little Friendsgiving in a way.
Okay, nice.
So what it was is he works for his employer, gives him a turkey every year, and he had last year's turkey in the freezer still, and they're getting ready to get their new one. So he's like, hey, let's watch football all day and smoke a turkey. I was like, fuck yeah, sign me up.
Nice. Okay.
So I had my first Thanksgiving meal already that day, and I did exactly what you just talked about. I moved on with it the next day. I enjoyed myself. I got some quality movement in that day. I still got my workout in that day. Didn't let it fuck me up.
Exactly. See, prime example right there. And think about like a lot of these things that we eat on Thanksgiving, you can literally make yourself at any time.
Yeah, green bean casserole. Is that your trigger food?
You can make a fucking Thanksgiving dinner on a Friday night if you wanted to. So just
treat yourself, bitch.
Yeah. So think about it like that.
Yeah.
None of this stuff is off limits ever for you.
Ever.
If you have that mindset, it's a fucking game.
It's a scarcity mindset. If you think that this food, you only can have it once a year, no, that's bad. That's not going to be conducive to a healthy relationship with food.
Exactly. So maintenance is progress, you guys. You're always one meal away from being back on track. Focus on protein, fiber, and walking, and your strength training, and your sleep, and hydrate.
Maintenance is absolutely progress. We can't say that enough. So if you get through the holiday season and you maintain your weight, that is absolutely okay.
Yeah.
If you lost weight, that is okay. And even if you gained weight, that's okay too. Okay. There's still things you can do to correct that. That's okay.
Because you know what to do. Or if you're listening to us, you will know what to do.
Absolutely. Pat ourselves on the back a little bit.
That's right.
For sure. Yeah, because that's what we teach with our clients is like right now probably isn't the best time to be going through a fat loss phase, especially if they've been working with us for a while. Like, let's just take a break here.
Yeah.
Take a 1 month break. It's going to be okay. Because you might find that you successfully navigated this holiday and maintenance, and now you don't need us anymore. Congratulations. Like, wow, that's really cool. So let's talk about some things that we should be doing around the holidays, because we've already kind of dripped those in there. But let's just kind of put them all into focus here. Leading up to Thanksgiving, what are some things we should be doing?
Leading up to Thanksgiving, living your life normally.
And being consistent with our exercise, nutrition, like you said.
Nothing's changed. If you're traveling, plan for your travel, like we tell you how to plan for travel any other time.
Get that high protein, get that high fiber, get your daily walk in, strength training if your program calls for it. I'm a big believer, if you have time Thanksgiving morning, to go for a walk or a strength training session, get a strength training session in.
I'm doing, a lot of people will do like a turkey trot. I'm doing a turkey trot with my sister and brother. So that's going to be our movement for the day. Right. It's a perfect time to get out with your family and go for a family walk, either after Thanksgiving dinner.
Turkey trot, 5K.
Or, yeah,
I love that you just said that, the post-meal walk. Let's talk about that, because that is super important. That's going to be important for lots of reasons. But first and foremost, you probably just stuffed yourself with Thanksgiving dinner, right? So let's go for a 10 or 15-minute walk to aid the digestion process. When we go on a walk after a meal, it improves digestion. It helps to manage your blood sugar spike. So your blood sugar is a little bit more controlled. You're getting more steps in. You're burning some calories. Of course, that's not why we're going on the walk to burn calories. We're doing it to help us feel good. But that is an added benefit for sure. And now you're just being consistent too, because now you're still getting that daily walk-in that we always recommend.
Right.
If there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that life is hard. And with that comes a level of stress that can often be debilitating. Balancing your mental and physical health often seems like you need a PhD to achieve. And so often we are only able to focus on one or the other, which can lead to a less than enjoyable life. And that's why I loved Cured Nutrition's Serenity Gummies. From coaching calls to leadership meetings with my team, to tapping into my creativity for new content, to closing business deals, and even interviewing guests for this podcast, the Serenity Gummies have proven to be a valuable part of my self-care routine. I take them daily to help manage my stress and anxiety, and doing this allows me to perform at my absolute best, which helps me serve others to my absolute best. Formulated with their trinity of ingredients, a blend of full-spectrum cannabinoids, functional mushrooms, and adaptogens, Serenity Gummies are your answer to finding calm in the chaos that we call life. Right now, Cured is extending an exclusive offer to you, our listeners. You can grab a bag of Serenity Gummies for 20% off by visiting www.curednutrition.com/CTC and using coupon code CTC at checkout. That's CURED nutrition.com/CTC and coupon code CTC at checkout to save 20%. So what are you waiting for? Pop a gummy and protect your peace, and let's cut the crap together.
And it's okay if you want to go back for seconds or thirds of the dessert. I do, of course, I'm not saying let's just go have an all-out gorge fest on Thanksgiving. I don't think that's a healthy thing to do either. No. I still want you to be mindful. Like, let's try to be mindful. So when we're eating dinner, let's sit down while we're eating it. Hopefully you're sitting down at the table or something. Have some good conversations. Practice chewing your food, taking in all the textures of the food, the smells, the taste, pick up the different seasonings and herbs that are in there, the salt, pepper, everything, the temperature. Appreciate all that and notice all that stuff. That is being mindful. You will find that is going to slow your eating down. That's one of the reasons why we get so full on Thanksgiving and holidays, is because we're just eating everything. Yeah. These big ass plates as fast as we possibly can. And then we're going up for another plate right away. All right. So eat your first plate mindfully. After your second plate, give yourself 5 minutes or so. That's my recommendation there. Give yourself 5 minutes after that first plate to let your food settle. If you want more, go get more then. That's really it.
Yeah.
That's mindfulness right there. That's the beginning of your mindful eating journey, if you guys haven't been doing that already. And I am also a big advocate, if you are doing strength training, to get a strength training workout in the next day.
Yeah.
Why? And my biggest, what I love about that, and it's not that we're doing that to burn the calories or to burn off the carbs or anything like that, but let's use that excess calories and carbs to our advantage and go crush a fucking workout. Like that's one of my favorite things to do. Heavy deadlifts or squat session the morning after.
Yeah, fuel.
Yeah, it's fuel. Food is fuel. So use it to your advantage. You're not doing it to punish yourself, to beat yourself up. Do it to honor your body. Think about it as honoring your body with some quality movement and doing something that's going to make you feel like a strong fucking motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah,
I definitely recommend that.
What else happens during the holidays? Maybe we could talk about drinking.
Let's talk about drinking. Yeah.
I know a lot of people, that's a holiday thing. So
here's the thing with drinking, you know what's funny? Let's definitely talk about drinking. I used to do this Wednesday night before the night before Thanksgiving. What do most adults do? Young adults do, especially go out bar hopping. The bars are crazy on Wednesday nights because everybody's in town, everybody's going out getting hammered, and then they're starting Thanksgiving feeling like shit. So they're already fucked. They've already fucked.
Right. You got a hangover. You're like, yeah, let's fucking crush Thanksgiving. Let's get drunk again. Eat more. Yeah. Then there's the domino.
This is where
effect.
it becomes a problem, right? Because Wednesday night, now it's Thanksgiving, and you're getting hammered again. And then the next day is Black Friday. You're going to have some mimosas with the girls when you go out shopping and, killing people for $5 off. So that Friday then becomes an all-day drinks all day with the girls, because you're going to be going out for lunch after shopping. Then Friday night, might as well keep it going and have some post-holiday drinks with friends and family that are in from out of town that you haven't seen all year. So let's go get fucking blackout drunk with them. Ugh. Now it's 3 days straight of drinking. Saturday, more of the same. More people are in town. Let's go get hammered with them. So
this is where it's like, all right, you got to give yourself some boundaries with that. Think about how you want to feel within the next day and the next day after that, rather than in the moment. Let's be real. Nothing good happens after that second or third glass of wine. I mean, nothing. You're not at that point. You're not even enjoying yourself. You're getting fucking shit-faced. You're on a mission.
Right. I love that you're not even, which is awesome, Beth, because you as an alcoholic are not even sitting here saying, don't drink. You're saying maybe just don't drink like an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have 5 to 10. Seriously. Like 1 or 2. But we all know that, like I said, set yourself some boundaries if you want to feel good. If you care about yourself. I mean, really, do you care about how you feel? Do you care about taking care of your body? It's for health.
Yeah, you can still have a couple of drinks with the family and the friends and the girls, whatever it is. Like, but what is the benefit of getting hammered and blackout? Like, I don't know of any. Because then that's when you get drunk and you're hammered and you get home and then you're raiding the fridge and you're eating all the stuffing. You're making all these wild ass Thanksgiving Day sandwiches and things like that. And then you're going to do it again first thing in the morning to get rid of the hangover. So we're seeing how this is kind of having that trickle down.
It's a trend. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And
then you'll wake up from your blackout drunkenness over the holidays on fucking January 1st. And you're like, what did I just do? Well,
I need a detox.
Half of it you don't remember probably. So let's go into the holidays with mindfulness. And
mindfulness is a hell of a better drug than alcohol or drugs
for sure.
And that makes you feel better.
You're an adult, so make your adult decisions, and whatever you do, just don't feel guilty about it. So if you do decide to go blackout drunk for 6 weeks, and this is just an exaggeration, right? Maybe or maybe not. Just don't feel guilty about it. You made the choice. So.
Right. We're not going. Why do we continue to beat ourselves up for choices that we are making?
I'm done with that. Oh my God, I did it again. I feel like it's like, okay, but you made the conscious choice to do so. Okay. So let's get to the why you made those conscious choices.
Right.
Okay. So without that, what's that?
Because if they are going out and getting blackout drunk, even though they don't want to, there's something that they need to work on there.
Yeah.
There's some type of self-sabotaging behavior. Maybe they're people pleasing. People pleasing is a huge fucking culprit in today's society. Like we hate letting people down. So we're just going to go sacrifice our own health to go do that. Right. But these are all kind of just self-sabotaging behavior. So getting to the bottom of why I'm doing this. Just ask yourself why. Right. Just like that 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Why is a powerful fucking word. If we could just ask ourselves why more often, our understanding of ourselves will be tremendous. Like at that point, have that awareness, and without awareness, we can't change. If we don't know something is an issue, we don't know what that issue is. How are we supposed to change it? Right.
Yeah.
You might think that the issue is you are binging every night, but really the issue, that's the symptom right there. That's not the root cause. Okay. Really something's missing in your life that is causing you to binge. Maybe you're lonely, maybe you're emotional, maybe you're sad, angry, whatever it might be. Maybe there's some type of a trauma that's been showing itself. And so you're using food to binge and cope with that. But that's not the root cause. That's the symptom.
Yep. Absolutely.
What do we have to say about some things, like some myths about eating through the holidays and all the bullshit that we're seeing out there, right? Like, oh my God, if you're not making it from scratch, like don't even bother, right? Like if you're not using this organics trade certified wine, you're fucked up. You messed up, right? I saw your video of
Jesus Christ. It doesn't end with that fucking. I mean, he starts his videos with your fall favorites. The fall favorites you must have in your fucking pantry.
Alcohol.
Are you shitting me, motherfucker? I mean, really? And then on the bottom it says paid partnership.
Oh, so he's at least he's calling that out now. He's finally but still,
Yeah.
I saw that video. He literally said that it's healthier or healthy, right? Like because of the ingredients or chemicals or something.
They don't put the ingredients in the back of the alcohol.
It's still alcohol, you dipshit.
Really? Oh my God. Okay, Bobby.
Yeah.
Right, I have no words. But okay, so I've been hearing a lot of let's start the working out and the cardio now to prepare for the. You don't need to
bank your calories.
You don't need to fucking do any of that. You just do what you've been doing.
Yeah, exactly. Do what you've been doing.
Keep being consistent with your walking and your strength workouts. You don't need to do any crazy ass shit.
Yeah, isn't that funny how influencers are just getting more clever with how they sprinkle their diet culture stuff in there. Now they're not going out and directly saying, go burn off your turkey or stuffing with this exercise. Now they're saying, actually just kill yourself for the week leading up to it. So that way you can enjoy yourself. But it's all about how they're saying it.
Right.
You don't need to earn your food, period. Mm-hmm. Everybody deserves to eat the food that they enjoy.
Yeah.
You don't need to earn it by running, by lifting.
Exactly.
That shit.
Let's get away from that shit.
Even on the same day, the day of, I hear a lot of like, oh, just fast until that time. Fast until dinner time. Fuck that.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm eating breakfast. I'm going to have a lunch.
Yes.
It may be a little bit lighter, but I'm not starving myself.
That's a valid strategy. But what we're going to do there, right? We're going to make sure that we're getting enough fiber. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to be too worried about protein at that point because I'm going to be having so much protein for dinner. But I'm definitely still going to be having my protein, but I'm going to put an added emphasis on fiber for my first 2 meals of the day.
Yeah.
So that way it keeps things regular, keeps me feeling good, keeps me satisfied. That way, when I'm going to Thanksgiving dinner, I'm not ravenous. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you're starving yourself and restricting ahead of Thanksgiving, skipping meals, you will be entering Thanksgiving ready to eat everything. Yeah. And that is when you overeat. That is when you get 3 or 4 plates instead of 1 or 2. That is when you get 3 or 4 pieces of pie instead of 1 or 2. So don't be skipping meals leading up to it, especially if that's not your normal routine. Mm-hmm. If you're not already doing intermittent fasting, why the fuck are you going to do it for 1 fucking day? That is so stupid. So dumb. So stupid. Please don't. And if you do it, don't say we didn't warn you. Because
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. Okay.
We can tell you what's going to happen.
You know how we feel. So we don't want to fucking hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it to your damn self. Okay.
Beth and Matt, I did the thing you told me not to do. And I got the results that you told me I was going to get. And I don't like it.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm mad at you.
Tried warning you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever wanted to start a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily and then distribute it everywhere and even earn money doing what you love. All in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit episodes right from your phone or computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Now, what's really cool is video podcasts are also now available on Spotify. And if you want to be taken seriously on social media, you need to have a video presence. And what better way to do that by connecting with people via your video episodes? With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's all totally free with no catch whatsoever. And ever since we discovered Spotify for Podcasters here on Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt, we are easily releasing new episodes and distributing them to multiple platforms, and it's never been easier. We highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
A lot of people listen to us, thankfully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of the do's and don'ts of leading up to Thanksgiving and the holidays. I don't know. Is there anything we missed there?
I feel like we covered everything.
It's business as usual. Moral of the story. Mm-hmm. If you are I like what you said, Beth. If you are living a life that is already guilt-free, where you're enjoying your favorite foods, this is just going to be another fucking day for you. Mm-hmm. So really, this is a lifelong, year-long journey. Okay. We shouldn't be worrying about our health and fitness in a six-week period at the end of the year. It should be the other 46 weeks of the month that you're really focusing on being consistent and what you can do to improve your health and wellness. 6 weeks isn't going to make or break you, but it will if you aren't proactive and have these healthy habits and behaviors instilled in yourself.
Yep. That's what she said.
That's a wrap on that one then?
That's a wrap.
Okay. Before we do that, I wanted to talk about our new segment that we're actually going to start launching.
All right. Yeah.
This is a really good opportunity because this episode will be coming out here on this Friday, the 17th. And then I think next Monday, the 20th, is when we'll release that first episode, right?
Yes.
So we're introducing a new type of episode. It's new, but also old. So we are going to be moving to, I don't know if we're doing this weekly or if we're doing it bi-weekly. We're not sure yet.
Right. We're going to just test it out.
Test the waters out, but y'all let us know what you think. It's going to be called Cut the Crap Selects. So what this is we are going to start posting some of our older episodes that are some of our favorites and some of you guys' our listeners' favorites as well. That's because we all need these reminders, and we do have new listeners. So this is a good opportunity for them to listen to some of our older classic episodes without having to go back and binge listen to everything there.
Yeah.
So our first episode is going to be Paul Salter's episode, Maintenance.
About maintenance. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Oh my God. That was not intentional, but that's perfect timing.
Yep.
So yeah, that was episode, I think, number 58 originally. So
that's a good one.
We're really excited for it. So everybody let us know once you start listening, if you like the new segment, the new episode type. These one-on-one episodes, our weekly episodes on Fridays, they're not going anywhere.
No.
So this is just kind of a way for us to continue to grow and build something fucking cool, I think.
Yeah. Yes. We will be having another meet and greet in Florida.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, wait, we are?
Aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Did I get presumptuous there?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you were talking about that one or if there was another one that I missed prior to that.
But we don't know any dates yet. So stay tuned.
It'll be March, right?
It'll be March.
So a few months away. We got to get through the bullshit winter coming up. But we'll be doing a nice little meet and greet in Florida, I believe is where we're going to be doing it, right? Because you'll be staying for a month. So it'll be coming up soon. And then we'll be doing a lot of meet and greets next year too. We got some places we want to go to. Everybody's telling us to go to the UP, Beth. So I think that's probably going to be happening either spring or fall next year.
Okay.
Or maybe even summer. I don't know. Spring in the UP, gonna be cold as fuck. Gonna be a lot of water's gonna be cold. But even in the summertime, you don't really swim in like Lake Superior because it's so damn cold and deep anyway.
Right.
But it's still beautiful. So we'll figure that out. But very exciting.
Nice.
All
right.
I think that's it today. Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
All right. Cool.
All right, Matt.
All right, Beth.
Bye, guys.
See you later. See everybody.
Hope you enjoyed this episode, so why not share with a friend who needs to hear it? Send us a DM on Instagram or email us at cutthecrappod@gmail.com and join our Patreon at patreon.com/cutthecrappodcast. As always, we appreciate you and thanks for being here.